Republicans apparently have no plans to help you or your family. I hope you don't need help. You're on your own, America, and beyond. The world is on its own. That doesn't mean, though, that they're doing nothing with the power America foolishly granted this administration. Oh, they're busy. They're at work, so to speak. Instead of improving your life, they're instead going to focus on attacking the powerless and, of course, setting political vendettas in motion. So they'll do the low-hanging fruit. I hate to refer to people that way, but if you have no power, no money, nothing to leverage, you better look out. Or at least, hopefully, you started digging a bunker or something where you can hide out. So one such score they want to settle is against Ilhan Omar. I mean, you saw this coming, right? They've always hated her for having the nerve to exist, not bow down. Breathing's a problem for this woman, at least in the Trump administration. Once again, they're talking about deporting her, a member of Congress. It's far from the first time this has happened. It feels like it might be possible, though, this time. She may actually be put on one of those planes. I don't know if they'd house her at Guantanamo Bay. $1 million a flight where they're sending people out of here. A newly elected MAGA representative, Brandon Gill, was so angry she was speaking again, just saying good morning. This is what he wrote. Let's take a look at it. Something else, folks are. America would be a better place if Ilhan Omar were deported back to Somalia. Now hosting workshops for Somalians living in the country illegally to advise them on how to avoid being deported was what Greg Price had written. They're just up in arms about everything she's doing to help just people, not necessarily her people, just people out there. A lot of people are afraid. He wasn't content to leave it with just one hateful message, though. Why do that when you can do 2 or 3, right? It's not like it's going to cost you any more money. We should have never let Ilhan Omar into our country. Where's his country? Where's his family from? Do we know? I mean, there's a group of people who this was their native land. Where's his family from? Okay, a lot of people would say, rather her than you. As you can see, there is a video, though. Let's go to that because it goes along with the tweet and see what you think.
dadka Soomaalida ah haddii ay maxaa la dhahaa ii sheeg ice ay isku dayaan inay ku su'aalaan ma ku qasban tihid inaad su'aalahooda aad ka jawaabtid waxaa dhihi kartaa lawyer ii advice garay inaanan ku jawaabin qasab ma aha magacaaga iyo.
Now I love it. I have no idea what she said. But I love anybody who's diverse and can speak several languages. She's mastered several languages, native tongue and well, English. But that pissed this loser off. Okay, that is the highest offense thus far, apparently. Came with the tweet, set him off because the representative is not, how dare she not speak English, right? How dare she have the audacity to not speak English in America, the great melting pot. It does have captions, so maybe he just got mad that he can't read. I don't know. No other reason than to make him mad. So jokes aside, it contains information that will be useful, okay? Useful to many under this president who are in duress, but thinking it would bother him is definitely a bonus. Without further ado, let's talk about this, Jackson, because it doesn't take much to continue with the theater. Feigned, upset, disgust, or real, doesn't matter. But it's this whole let's work people up into a frenzy. By the way, your Social Security check might not arrive. Your Medicaid might be paused, okay? Payments for small businesses. I don't know what Elon and his squad are doing with the payment system, but we need to work you up in a frenzy because this representative who's stayed true to her roots and believes in diversity, disagree with her if you want to, had the nerve not to speak English.
Well, I mean, it just kind of is what it is these days. America is a country of immigrants. It always has been. And, what's silly, one of the sillier things to me is it doesn't really matter what time period you look at in America. People were speaking all kinds of languages. What you like, for instance, here in St. Louis, or just across a lot of the Midwest in general, these places were settled by Germans and Polish people.
Thank you.
St. Louis originally is a French city. A lot of this territory in this area were French cities. So, New Orleans, people have been speaking all types of languages here in Missouri. I mean, in the United States. So the idea, like the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world who have IQs of -5, they don't even understand what they think they won in the first place. Don't matter what time period you go to, it's always been a nation of immigrants. But also, this is just kind of another day in the life for Ilhan Omar. People are always giving her hell for all types of things. And this is pretty light work compared to a lot of the things that she does receive. So overall, I think it's worth acknowledging the fact that people who are in Congress are saying things like this. But we can just overall ignore this and just power forward and take it as a compliment, like.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, and the thing is, I would like to see members of her own party who have censored her in the past because Republicans told them to stand up for her more. Why does she have to be out there alone? She's got broad shoulders. She's capable of doing it. But I would like to see her friends in her party, okay, even if they're not the progressive wing, stand up for her. Instead, Elon Musk is ganging up here, jumping in, and giving his own thoughts on the representative. Here's what he put out there on X. She's a major grifter and hates America. That sounds like a self-proclamation from Elon Musk, who's not an American.
Right, deport him.
What we've
Get
done.
him out
That's
of here.
right. Can he leave, please? Canada, which he left South Africa, became a Canadian citizen through his mother's birth lines. Just go back to Canada and bother them, okay? As if Justin Trudeau doesn't have enough going on. There he is. But since he responds to everything on Twitter, X, if I want to call it Twitter, call it Twitter. He also lashed out at the clip we'd shown you, but said she's breaking the law, literally outright. Look who's talking. There is no such department that you are executing your free will under. You're not confirmed, you're not cleared. I don't care what the new spokesperson for the president said, the press secretary. This is against our very Constitution and Congress. So look who's talking, but he's pointing the finger at her. Representative Omar reposted this amazing takedown of Musk in response. Let's see it. Elon Musk is 100% right that Ilhan Omar is breaking the law. I mean, not US law. Musk is thinking of the apartheid South Africa law that forbid Black women from being in Congress. That's really probably what he's talking about here. And let's not forget why he fled South Africa. He wasn't against apartheid, but he was against serving that mandatory tour of duty in the military there. He said, I'm not doing that. And then he left for Canada, coward. So there you have it. Jackson, what do you make of this? And do you agree with me that she can handle herself? Yes. But I would like to see some people, if they're going to speak, like they finally did at a press conference. Okay, I don't need press conferences. I need you to lead. We get creative, Democrats, figure out how we got taken over by this coup. But if you're going to speak, at least speak up for her.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a bit too challenging for Democrats since they're fully behind Israel as well. So, there may be a bit of conflict of interest there. I mean, that's kind of in terms of the biggest things that stick out to me. I would say that's it. That's really what it boils down back down to is America as a whole. We stand behind Israel, and by America I mean the government. Ever since Israel was founded, the American government has been fully behind Israel and everything that it does. So I think that plays a lot into the culture of just kind of like, oh yeah, Ilhan, she is a bit much. I don't know, man. She's one of our crazy ones, but she definitely doesn't fit in with the mainstream. But I think that she's opening a lot of doors for the future, and she should just continue to do what she's doing, stay strong.
Yeah, I think she's got to stay the course because she has been demonized, she has been labeled, she's been placed in a category, and a lot of people putting her there and forcing, the door closed and their foot's on it and they're leaning in to make sure she can't get out of this box. Haven't really listened to much of what she said, what she's actually saying. That doesn't matter. The headdress, that alone means that she is enemy number one to some people.
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?